Now please give a warm welcome to one of your producers and hosts of the show. Give it up for Sean Barry.
Hello, 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 and welcome to the inaugural Ugly Flamingos comedy show. Thank you all so much for being here. James and I are really excited to start putting this on. We've been working on it for like a year, and this is what our vision is. It's clashing all the time. Like, we have pink flamingos and then a cheetah shirt for me. That's kind of my very schizophrenic thing. Thank you guys so much for being here. You're some of the best comics and friends we know. We have an amazing musical act to close out the night. And that's kind of it. That's really it. I think I'll just do some jokes for you. Sound good? Yeah. All right. How are you guys doing, just generally speaking? Yeah, I'm doing bad. I'm doing really doing real bad. Somebody cloned my debit card and stole $1,200 from me. Yeah, so everyone needs to Venmo me $50 after this. So the main reason we invited you is my bank account's not doing great. Now, it did happen to me. It sucks. It happened like last week, and they just told me about it this week. And I was like, hey, don't you have like fraud alerts and things for this? And they're like, yeah, but we didn't notice any purchases out of the ordinary. I was like, well, what did he buy? It was like, it was mainly online sports gambling, pizza, and OnlyFans. Like, damn, I didn't realize I was dealing with a criminal mastermind. Deal with Hans Gruber in my day-to-day life. God, it sucks. Does anybody like technology? Do you guys like this anymore? Is this fun at all? God, it was like 10 years ago, it's like, this rules, Netflix, and now it's just like, oh, we're living in an apocalypse. This is what they warned us about? I'm like, you guys want to just do like Flintstones instead? We could just be the Flintstones. Like, instead of having to wait on a text, you could wait on like a pterodactyl to get back to you. That seems more pleasant to me, honestly.
Pterodactyl.
Pterodactyl, exactly. Come in hot, you know, ride around Dino, walk our cars everywhere. Sounds lovely. I think I have Fred Flintstone vibes in general, so I think I would really thrive during this time. It doesn't work like that. I don't know. It's just like you have to have a password for your password, and then these have all these keys and things, and then they text you it, and then you look up your phone and it's like, oh, it's all gone. Like that's not a great system. See, I am like mad. He's like, I'm gonna get the money back. I'm not that upset, but I'm just like, you made me go through my debit card purchases. You know how humiliating that is? Oh my god, I need to get my life together so badly. It's not like it's a high number to start with either. It's just like, I don't know. His biggest problem right now, is that I have been watching Dexter recently, and I'm just like pro-murder at this point. I really am. I'm just like, I find this guy. I know exactly what to do. So, does anybody here anti-murder? If you are anti-murder, let me take $1,200 from you really quickly. You're gonna be like, I can meme a few people. I do think it's, I'm gonna keep on the murder train for a second. It's like, we can all do it together tonight if we wanted to. That could be, instead of like a run club, we could have a murder club. Wouldn't that be a little bit more exciting? Like, I'm not gonna name names, but like Barron Trump that goes to NYU. He's 7 feet tall and 14 inches. We can find him pretty easily. I'll get off this before I'm arrested. Man, I don't know. What else is going on in my life? You guys like this sweater? Yeah. Thank God you didn't. I'd kill myself. This is kind of my identity at this point. You know, as a comedian, I'm like trying to like have a thing, and I think the sweater comedian is a good angle. I think because there's only one other guy that was a sweater comedian, and he's not allowed to do that anymore. And I committed 0 bad crimes. I can say 0 crimes, but you all just heard the murder thing. No, I love wearing flamboyant sweaters because it always gets like a different reaction from people. You know, it's like, what's going on with this guy? Is he gay or just really wants to be? That's the answer is he really, really wants to be. I saw you come in. I'm like, are you my son? He has a monkey jacket and red sunglasses. I was like, did you time travel here? Yes. Look how incredible this is. Oh, I saw it and turned to James. I'm like, I need to get that. I need to get that later. The show better be a hit. I need to pay for this.
Forever 21. It's really. It's like nothing.
I'm not let in there. For non-bad crimes. I don't know. I think we're in a weird place because like everyone like denies reality sometimes, you know? Like, you know what I mean? It's like, is anybody here like anti-vax or anything like that? It's a safe space, you can admit it. Alright, no, alright. I'm not either, but I kind of understand when people are, you know? Just a little bit, because like we all have anecdotal evidence that just disproves science sometimes, you know? Like in college, I fell off a roof, and I just kept drinking. Just defied gravity and everything. I'm like, I powered right on through that. So I'm like, I'm not sure if that's true. Here's a better one for you. Like, we've all heard cigarettes are bad for you our entire lives, right? We've all heard cigarettes are bad for you. My mom has been smoking for 50 straight years. Some of you are like, that's impossible. She had 3 sons. She clearly stopped when pregnant, right? No, she didn't. That's why I'm like this, for being honest. I wonder how many 50 years of cigarettes are. She smoked roughly 12 a day for 50 years. 12 times 365.25 times by 50 is just under 220,000 cigarettes. Now they say you lose about 20 minutes off your life per cigarette. That means she lost 4,400,000 minutes off her life. Now you want to divide that up, that's roughly 1,440 minutes in a day, goes into 400,400,000. Oh my God. That's probably 4,300 or 8 years. That's not that bad. That's not that bad at all. What if she's going to live to Jimmy Carter's age? Do you think Jimmy enjoyed the last 8 years? Not as much as my mom enjoyed 220,000 cigarettes. I can tell you that. I'll change subjects again. I love movies. It's like a bold stance of mine. I love movies, but I hate actors. Don't you guys? That's kind of my thing. It's like, I know we need you, but I wish we didn't. You know, because like a lot of actors, there's like a lot of bro actors now, you know, that are like, you know, they're method actors that need to get into character for months on end. You know, like Jeremy Strong and all those guys. You're like, you don't need to do that. You just don't. Like, you know, it's like Jared Leto played Morbius.
Yeah.
Morbius was a vampire. Did he suck people's blood? No. He sat in a wheelchair and pretended like he was crippled for 6 months. And I'm like, this is why people hate you, Jared. This is why everyone hates you. Here's like a less extreme example of that. The guy who played Elvis, Austin Butler, he was like stuck in Elvis voice for like months and months on end. Like he was like, this is ruining my life. And I'm like, it's only bad if you take on Elvis's other bad qualities. Like if you started dating a 14-year-old, I'm like, that's really character. He's really committed to that. No, he's like, oh. It's like other actors need like Timothée Chalamet did not need to take on Bob Dylan's voice for all that time. He didn't. Like I wish he did though. I think his other movies would be more fun if he was doing them as Bob Dylan. Right? It's Willy Wonka. He's like, come with me, and you'll be in the world of pure imagination. Or if he's in Dune, just like, I'm Polish. Call me by your name. You can do what with that peach? I think my other big thing is like, I am to the point though, it's like, you ever hear people like, oh, the book is better than the movie, the book is better than the movie. That statement that's never been true in history. The movie is always better. Like, here's an example. Gone Girl was a hit movie and a hit book, and the movie is 20 million times better than the book. And only needs for one reason and one reason only. In the movie, you can see Ben Affleck's dick. 2 hours, 7 minutes, 38 seconds. Look it up when you get home. And we all get to see that majesty. Turns out Ben Affleck has Batman's penis perfectly. Like, that's exactly what we got to see. It's the only part of Batman he got right. So it's better. I do feel bad when people that are like, book is better than the movie, because I am now like, hey, the movie is better than 87 TikToks of the movie. It's so much better than that. Alright guys, we got a great show for you. Ready for it? We got some amazing first comedians, guys. Funny guys around. And so funny, he's featured in the New York Times. Keep it going for Daniel J. Paraffin!
Oh wow, keep it going for Sean, everybody. That's nice, fantastic, you know. I'm really excited to be here. I'm super happy. I'm in a relationship right now.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, it's super fun. And some of you didn't believe me. Okay. I feel like a lot of you were like, okay, sure, I'll go. I am, thank you. She recently went on a European excursion trip. That's where you go to Italy to cheat on me. And I don't know if she cheated, so I cheated first, just in case. Just to get the cheat out. I'm obviously kidding. I would never cheat on her unless I had an opportunity. And, it's the only way. It's never, you know. She's nice. She's a beautiful woman. She has a master's degree from NYU, and I have 6 years of high school. So I guess I'll fuck down. Okay, no. She's great. She's so fantastic. We've been together a while. It's been about 40 mass shootings now, and so it's almost 3 months. And so we're living together, and you learn a lot about a person when you live with them, right? I have learned that she does not like to wash dishes at all. She's learned I don't pay rent. It's a problem. I guess because I'm broke. Is anyone here like so broke you wake up like this? Ah! Right? Is that? Okay. Yeah. They say you got to spend money to make money, but believe me, there's an extra step somewhere else. I've yet to find. And I know I look poor. I give up a poor vibe. Okay. I know that because if I said I was your doctor, you'd be like, "Fuck! Like what? What happened to our insurance?" It's nice. So we're living together. And like it's like a good overall relationship, but there's one. Okay, so we don't have like the best sex life, all right. And I know, like I scream like I fuck, but I don't. We were okay, so we were in bed fucking. Thank you. And so we were fucking, and she said, "Come wherever you want," and I came on her lamp. And oh, it's a little funny. She didn't find it funny at all. It was actually across the room. It was a trick shot, and so I hit her mom's picture, ruined the whole evening. And so technically a threesome, so whatever. So it's not a talk. Shut up. It's not abusive. Okay, so it's a lot of fun. Okay, so she's Jewish. I'm Hispanic, and I don't have like a Hispanic look. I get that. I don't have a Latino. Is any like Hispanics here? Oh no. Okay, so oh God. What happened to my gente? What the fuck? Okay, so I'm Hispanic, and so I get upset when people think I'm like full American, and it's not a culture thing; it's a height thing. Because I'm a short white boy, but I'm a tall Latino man. So yeah, I'm the man where I'm from. I go back home, I can fight whoever. It doesn't matter. I'm like, what are you, 4'1"? Ah, gold! Get out of here, you know. Which is nice. I had an interesting experience here, where I've lived in New York City my whole life, and I got jumped for the first time. Yeah, it happened like 2 Halloweens ago. I was on my way home, and this kind of came out of nowhere and just punch me right in the face, and I'm woozy, hit me again and again, and I hit the ground, and they start looking for money, but I don't have any. So, but they're searching so harsh that they start pulling down my pants, and they accidentally undress me in the middle of the street. I'm freaking out. Okay, I'm freaking out, and I scream, "Oh my God, am I getting raped?" And the guy went, "Ew, no." He said, "Why would you think that?" And then I said, "Sorry," to the guy mugging me. I was like, "Oh, I didn't make this uncomfortable, my bad." And I must have been angry from the hits, because I said, "Well, why not?" And he's like, "What? What did you say?" And he didn't know what to do. He gave me $20. He left. It's not worth it, you know? So... And the cops showed up. The cops never help, I feel like, right? The cops, like, oh, they make things worse. This one cop, he grabs my ID. He's like, "Paraffin, where's that name from?" And I was like, "I'm Colombian." He's like, "Oh, you're Latino. You don't look it. Good for you." He said that. Like, what are the odds I find the one racist cop in New York City, right? So crazy. Okay. Some of you didn't like that. Okay. Some of you call 911. Okay, no. I'm looking around. I tell a lot of dark jokes. I tell like a fucked up jokes. This is my favorite kind of jokes to tell, like really dark shit. And so, but most people that like depressed or suicidal jokes are usually depressed or suicidal themselves. So every 4 to 5 years, I have to build a fan base from scratch. Okay, all right. good. I thought of a really funny way to take your own life. Okay, just listen. Just listen. You jump off a building, but on the way down, you open a tiny umbrella. Isn't that a little funny? Just imagine that. Oh, you splat. That's really funny. Okay, we lost some people. Just, all right, relax. They're only getting worse. Okay, here's a lighter one. I was curious about my genealogy, and I did some research, and I found out my mom and dad are cousins. And I will never be curious about anything again. That's a true story, and sometimes when I tell that joke, it makes people uncomfortable, like right now. And so, I want to ask you, like everyone here, what do you have in common with the royal family? A lot less. Yeah, a lot less. Okay, relax, okay? I'm inbred, but I'm here to entertain you, so just chill out, You're gonna walk away from this like, I like that inbred guy. That inbred guy. That's my favorite guy. And that's a true story. I'm the only openly inbred comic in New York City. That's right, everybody. That's right, yeah. Be proud of who you are. I saw some of the audience on the way in. Most of you were inbred. There's no way. Maybe not like parents, but like grandparents for sure. Relax. It's a fucked up thing to learn about yourself. It's all right. Like that old phrase when people were like, if you had a time machine. So I'm pretty sure the U.S. is a very violent country, and I know that because every time that old standard comes around, like, oh, what would you do if you had a time machine? Everyone says what? They'd go back in time and kill Hitler. That's right. They never want to go back in time and raise Hitler right. What happened to that? Where's that option, right? He's not a fucking creep yet, so come on. Another option too. Here's the other option: is go back in time to Austria and raise an Austrian that hates Germans. We can Hitler. How does that sound? Is that weird? Is that okay? I just had to know. I thought of it this morning. I was like, oh, genius. Just up in the shower. We got a Hitler, everybody. Time to give Hitler a taste of Hitler. I just wanted to say Hitler 8 times. I've got to 6, so let's see if I can squeeze him in 2 more in a set. So I was raised here in New York, and my whole family, fuck yeah. And so my family is raised in Jackson Heights, Queens. Jackson Heights is a fun place, but there's a lot of like immigrants. I'm a first gener, so I only I spoke 2 languages. I was the only English speaker in my whole family. Is there anyone like non-English speakers here at all? It's like just whites here, is that it? Just 3rd generation, we love this country the way it is. Like all right, Jesus Christ, you're nodding your head? You are?
No, I'm first generation.
Oh, first generation. You're first gener too. Okay, cool. What was your country?
My parents are from Uzbekistan.
Uzbekistan. Oh, fuck, nice. Okay, thank the diversity hire right here. So so something you might fucking understand, you become the official when you're like a kid and you speak English. You become like the official translator for your whole family. Anything, right? Does that happen to you? Yeah, fuck. Okay, this guy gets it. So what? This might be just for you. So my mom would hand me like a stack of papers and she'd be like, go through this. And it's like real shit. And then we're like, oh, we're losing the house. What the fuck happened? What happened? You said you quit gambling. And she'd be like, ¿qué? I'd be like, perdimos la casa. She'd be like, no! ¿Por qué? Fucked up, Kazan, how do you feel about Sometimes I tell people I voted for Trump so they stop talking to me. They'll come up to me like, oh, the weather's weird. I'm like, I voted for Trump, mega. I walk away from the conversation. It's like an audible fart. Okay, that was too soon? Okay, so I threw in the fucking Latino stuff just to... I gotta worry about my family, shut up, Some of us are undocumented. My cousin doesn't have his paper, he just fucking gets deported, comes back, it sucks. I don't know what we can do about that. It sucks. Yeah, I just wanted to see that. Yeah, so so my girlfriend gave me an ultimatum. Like, she said I had to get a job or I can go back to college, and I was like, I'm not getting a job. So I ended up going back to school, and I got my fucking degree. I graduated last month, and it was pretty cool. Oh, yeah, stop, keep going. So it's nice. It was nice. But like when you're in school, like it's a different kind of environment. I'm like an adult man, and then my classes are full of 18 and 19-year-olds, and the professors, God bless them, but they're still trying to like inspire everybody. But there's like clashes. My professor was in front of the whole class, and he said he was giving one of those speeches. He was like, everybody here is gonna change the world. And we made eye contact, and he said, well, most of you will. It's fucked up. There's a lot of age discrimination in like school. Okay, so this other guy, this Dominican guy that was in my class, Dominican's very hard to nail down age-wise. He could be 15 to 100, who knows, you know, whatever. So this guy said his real age. He was an incognito adult, like I was. He was like, I'm 35, and everyone lost their fucking mind. The whole room was like, oh my god, because to a 19-year-old, 35 is the oldest age you've ever heard of. All right, so they couldn't process it. One girl turned to him and said, so you were alive during 9/11? Oh fuck, you mean the year I lost my virginity? Yeah, what the fuck? Lost it that day. All right. It's nice, you know. Let's hear. I'll tell us a couple of just silly ones on the way out, because I feel like you guys didn't like some of this. No, do you want like a fucked up one on the way out? Oh yeah, fuck yeah. Okay. Somebody say their age when they had their first kiss. Just shout it out loud.
12.
12. Okay, I was 8 and he was married. All right. What happened? Isn't it what you wanted? One more? Do you want another one? Yeah. Yeah, okay, my brother got molested by the same guy as me. That's how deep our rivalry goes. All right. Thank you very much, everybody.
Guys, one more time for DJ Parasite! We had to put him on the lineup because Trump said he was going to get rid of him. You know? I don't want that to happen. All right, guys, you feeling good? Woo! Yeah, goddamn right. This was awesome so far. We're going to be better comic coming up. Not better. I should.
Oh my God! You, Sean! Out there right now!
You guys call ICE immediately.
Wow, Freudian slip, you cheetah-looking motherfucker!
I'm a bad guy.
Guys, I turned 30 on Tuesday. Don't encourage it. What the fuck is wrong with you guys? It's so sad. I'm 30 and I'm single, so I should be getting my government-issued cat in the mail any day now. Hey, JD Vance, you shouldn't have. Thank you. But the cool thing is I'm a triplet. So the three of us, we wanted to make our 30th birthday like a big deal. And my sister had the idea to create a signature cocktail for our 30th birthday. She said we could capture the complexities of aging with the flavors of the cocktail. And she left the job to me. So she told me to experiment at home. So I've been doing it. I've been testing recipes all week, and I think I came up with the perfect one that, you know, captures how I feel about aging as a woman. It's really, you should try it. It's just bleach in a cup. That's all. Like that. Delicious. Delicious. We were premature babies. We were born premature, 10 weeks early. So when I was born, I only weighed 2 pounds and 13 ounces. Yeah, I was the fat one too. My sister was 2 pounds, 6 ounces. She got so much more attention because she couldn't breathe. Very skinny bitch. Way to steal the spotlight, like always. She'd say, you can't wear my NICU gown, you're gonna stretch it out. Okay, you don't have to be a cunt about it, I get it, it's fine. Yeah, I was an overweight and insecure child, which made me a hilarious and slutty adult. Yeah, I'm not saying this happens to everyone, I'm just saying that if you are 13, and your uncle calls you husky, later in life, you may get fingered on a Greyhound bus. And then you will tell a group of strangers publicly that you got fingered on a Greyhound bus. That is the pipeline. Any fat girls in the audience, it gets better for you. Trust me, it gets better. But no, I grew up very insecure about my weight, and a lot of people get it from their moms. You know, their moms want them to be skinny. My mom was never like that. She tried to make me feel better about my body. She'd say, like, Sarah, you're not even fat. You're just big boned. That's what every 12-year-old girl wants to hear. Big boned, right? That would be like if you said, that guy's not gay, he's just addicted to poppers. It's different. The guy who's laughing really hard, do you have some? You wanna share? No? All right, keep your secrets. Keep your secrets, my God. We got Poppers addict and the girl with the bangs. That's my table. That's my table right there. I love him. I love him. What did I say? Yes. But I had an eating disorder for 15 years. I had bulimia. We got new fans in here. Any fans? You guys cheered. Some of the men have no idea. Like, bulimia, is that a meme coin? I don't understand. What is that? No, I had bulimia. That's the eating disorder where you binge and you purge. So you eat a lot of food at one time and then you throw it up. And what people don't understand is that this is actually not a good way to lose weight because you're still taking in a lot of calories. So when I had an eating disorder, I actually weighed like 40 pounds more than I do right now. So it was very hard to like get help because I feel like I didn't need it. I didn't look sick. But eventually I did, and I had a therapist and I opened up to her about it, and she'd say like, well, Sarah, it's very normal. Like 50% of people with eating disorders are not medically underweight. But I'd respond like, well, sure, and 100% of us are pissed about it. What the fuck? What? Having an eating disorder and not being skinny? That sucks. It sucks. That's like dating an old guy who's poor. What's the point? Some people get all the luck. But then I was always on diets in my teens and early 20s. I was always on diets. I went vegan for a while. We got any vegans in the crowd? Any vegans? Yeah, they didn't make it through the winter. That's what I thought. Bitches, absolutely not. People shit on vegans a lot. It's understandable. They're very annoying. But I do have to, this is the plug I have to give for veganism. I think that everybody should try it for a little bit, because I do think it teaches you a lot about our food system, and it teaches you how we treat animals, which is not good, and it teaches you about the environment and the environmental crisis. And to me, it was the only diet that worked, because when I was vegan, I did end up losing a ton of friends. There's usually a vegan in the back that's too weak to lift their arm, who's like, that's not very funny. Sit down, you're anemic, it's fine. I follow a lot of these like weight loss and nutrition accounts on Instagram, and they're trying to help, right? But the problem is, this is food and diet advice from people who have never had a weight problem, okay? So they're well-meaning, but they miss the mark. Like, I saw this reel from this fitness coach, and she said, hey ladies, did you know you can eat an entire carton of cherry tomatoes for the same amount of calories as a Reese's peanut butter cup? Whoa, if I was a garden snake, I think that was so cool. You know what I did in high school? I ate 3 Reese's peanut butter cups at one time and called it a triple decker. Next. Absolutely not. And then my friend told me to read this book called Intuitive Eating. Has anyone heard of intuitive eating? Just the 2 girls in the front. That's my demo. I'm talking to you. We're going to the Eras tour after this. So intuitive eating, we know this. I'm gonna break this table and feel bad about my weight again. I'm not gonna do that. Okay, fine. Intuitive eating. So there's this book. These 2 dietitians wrote it, and it teaches you how to eat when you're, wait for it, hungry, and how to stop eating when you're, you guessed it, full. Is it, we had to put that in a book? What? Imagine explaining that to somebody who walked the Oregon Trail. Like what? If you told them these 2 women wrote a book because there's so much food in America now that it teaches you how to eat when you're hungry and stop when you're full, how would they even respond to that? They'd be like, what? Women can't write books? I can't. I'm still not allowed. I mentioned that I am single. Do we have single girlies in the crowd? Jesus Christ! Oh man! sucks for me. Oh my god. Man, I'm gonna go home and cry about this later. Man, I've had a tough go of it in love. I haven't been in a serious relationship in about 3 years. I've just had a lot of messy situationships in that time. Or do we know that? We're familiar with that concept? Yeah, some of you are in one right now. And the worst part is that you think you're in a relationship. You're not. I'm sorry I'm the one who had to break it to you. But a situationship, basically it's like an undefined casual sex situation. And I've had a lot of casual sex, and normally I'm pretty good at it. It works well with my personality just because I'm, lying. That's the trick, ladies. That's the trick. In reality, I just end up catching feelings for whoever I'm sleeping with. It doesn't matter who he is or what he does. I was dating a guy once who he waited 3 hours online to buy Supreme brand toothpaste. I was like, we'll have a hype beast wedding. It'll be awesome. That'll be great. Well, last year I had a friend with benefits that I really, really fell for him. I really liked him. And I decided this time it was going to be different. I was going to be honest. And I told him, I want a relationship with you. And he did not feel the same way. His grand plan was for us to keep sleeping together while seeing other people. I know, right? That's a lot like saying, you can keep working here, but we will be actively interviewing for your role. So I was really bummed when that ended, but afterwards, something incredible happened, okay? So after we break up, 2 days later, find out he's been hospitalized for a severe ocular migraine, and he was legally blind for 36 hours. Looks like somebody's not seeing other people. Right? It feels really good. Imagine fumbling somebody so bad, God put your eyes in timeout. Rules, it's the best. No one's picking you up from the hospital, buddy. Sorry. How are you gonna swipe? You can't see. Oh man, that's awesome. That's really cool. I do think that single women, especially in our 20s, we put a lot of pressure on ourselves to find somebody. I don't think men in their 20s are feeling the same way. I was talking to my coworker, and she's like a hopeless romantic. She's a single girl. And she was telling me that she spends a lot of her time sitting and visualizing and thinking about her future husband. And she said she wants to know that her future husband is sitting and fantasizing and thinking about her. Girl, he's absolutely not doing that. A single man in his 20s? He's at home ripping a bong right now. That's what he's doing. He's like, yo, if I ate soap, would I fart bubbles? That's what your future husband is doing right now. And it's pathetic. It's pathetic. None of my group chats passed the Bechdel test. Absolutely not. Not a single one. I'm just constantly sending screenshots of whatever my crush sent me on Instagram. And we're just we're creating responses together. We're ghostwriting, right? Men, I don't know if you know this. This is how it works when you're texting a woman that you're dating, okay? You send a message and the council provides a response. You're welcome. But I can't see that working the other way. I can't see that going the other way. Can you imagine a straight guy sending a screenshot from the girl he's dating to his all-male group chat? No, that could never happen. It can't. Men can't talk about their relationships with women. That shit's gay as fuck. Absolutely. But now at 30, it's interesting because I'm at an interesting age where I don't know if I should be going for older guys or younger guys. Part of me thinks, younger guys are fun, they keep you young, but they're very sexually inexperienced, right? I haven't ever finished with a younger man. I don't know if Gen Z knows how to please a woman. I don't know why. Maybe because Mr. Beast hasn't made a video about that yet. I don't even think they call it fingering. I think they call it smashing that like button or something. I'm not sure. But then older guys, the problem with that is that if you get to your late 30s, or your 40s, or even your 50s, and you're single, you're gonna stay that way. There's a reason for it, right? They're set in their ways. And I used to be jealous of these bachelor types because I thought they can live their lives and they are not burdened by a biological clock. But actually, I realized that's not true. Okay, men have biological clocks. It's your hairline, motherfuckers. Are we gonna talk about it or not? Okay? Because all of my single girlfriends have this problem. All of us have been sitting across from a man who is 37 years old and balding at the speed of sound. And he will have the nerve to look you in the eye and say he's not ready for a serious relationship. You know what is ready? The top of your head, okay? The top of your head is ready. Okay, pack it up, Mr. Clean. We're moving to Astoria. What do you want from me, dude? I feel like I've got to end on something. We're friends, so I'll tell you something very personal. I mentioned my slutty behavior before. I have 2 STDs. We're gonna talk about that. No cheers, please. We don't need to. Yay, STDs. That's great. We're very sex positive here at QED. I have 2 STDs. I got HPV when I was in college, and I got HPV the same semester I was taking a class called Infectious Diseases. And I didn't even get an A in the class. That's bullshit. I did extra credit. Well, I was fine with that because everyone has HPV. When I got herpes, I found out I had it last summer. The same day I came home to my studio apartment and there was a cockroach infestation. Right? I'm just like in my plagues and locusts era right now. But I really felt a lot of shame when I found out that I had it. There's a lot of stigma around being a woman and having herpes. And I felt also ashamed because I was irresponsible. That's how you get it. You have unprotected sex. And I went to school, I put the condom on the banana, I did the whole thing. But I had to reckon with the fact that it gets so much more complicated than that, right? What if you want the banana to think that you're really chill? What about that? That's my time. You guys are the fucking best. Keep it going for your host.
Guys, one more time for Sarah! That's crazy. I'm also anorexic. That's the eating disorder. I'm still thinking about the thing with Daniel. Honestly, I thought about it the entire time. Sarah, a better comedian, but let's be honest, a little bit, right? Just a tiny bit. You guys feeling good? All right, how about this? Somebody introduce one. This is a way worse comedian. How about that? Should I say that? No, we got a really great cover of you next. I think a lot of you know him. He's the co-producer of this show. I'm his fiance. Don't tell Emmy yet, but that's okay. Here we go for James P. Crowley.
Hey, one more time for Sean Barry. I love that guy, but I never got down on one knee for him. All right. Anyway, Valentine's Day is coming up. Are we excited for Valentine's Day? We've established it's mostly couples in here, so you better be. No, Valentine's Day, people don't think about it this way, but Valentine's Day is a religious holiday, right? It is Saint Valentine's Day. We leave that part out, right? And Saint Valentine is the patron saint of love and marriage, But I went to Catholic school, so I know a lot about the patron saints, right? The way the patron saints are supposed to work is you pray to the patron saint of what you need, right? So Saint Francis is the patron saint of the impoverished, right? So if you need money, you say a prayer to Saint Francis. Lost items, if you're looking for something, can't find it, you're supposed to say a prayer to Saint Anthony. Saint Jude is the patron saint of lost causes, so when I told my parents I was going to be a comedian, they were like, all right, prayers to Saint Jude. And while we're on the subject, fucked up thing to name a children's hospital after, right? Some little giggles there. If your parents bring you to St. Jude's, you're dying. I'm sorry. You should give up hope because they clearly have already. But a little dark. We'll get back. Saint Valentine. Saint Valentine, as I said, patron saint of love and marriage, and being a patron saint is kind of like working at a tech startup where you have to have 7 jobs, so no one's ever the patron saint of one thing, for example, Saint Valentine is the patron saint of love and marriage, but he's also the patron saint of epilepsy and beekeepers, which has nothing to do with love and marriage, but I feel bad. Could you imagine if you're an epileptic beekeeper, and you show up to work one day, right? You're in your beekeeper outfit, and then all of a sudden you have a seizure, you're getting stung by a bunch of bees, they're coming at you, and you think, I should pray to my patron saint, Saint Valentine, please help me. And then someone overhears you, they're gonna be like, finding love isn't gonna fix this situation, you know? You need a doctor, not a girlfriend, you know? But anyway, speaking of love and marriage, I did get engaged a few months ago. Yeah, very exciting. My fiance got me a male engagement ring. Boo. My fiance got me. I wanted a male engagement ring because like I spent a lot of money on her engagement ring, and I was like, it's only fair if you spend a lot of money on me, you know. So like, but like, here's the thing: when I proposed to my fiance, it was like the most romantic moment of my life, right? Like, you know, I went to our favorite spot in the park. Both of our families were there. There was champagne. I hired a photographer. The whole 9 yards. When my fiance gave me a male engagement ring, she was just kind of like, here you go, you know, Merry Christmas, it's not wrapped, you know, like, this is an unpopular opinion, but I kind of wanted my fiance to propose to me too, you know, because like, she pegs me, you know, I kind of like to be the girl sometimes, you know, like, I wanted her to get down on one knee to propose, and then I would get down on my knees to get the strap-on ready for her. Like, that's it, but no, I'll tell you guys something though, my fiance, she does not like this outfit, you know, but like, I found a good solution to that problem, and this is what I wore when I proposed, you know? I figured I would take her least favorite outfit and make it her most favorite outfit, you know? And then I've got a built-in excuse anytime she wants to say something, right? I could just always be like, well, it was good enough for you to say yes in, you know? It was good enough for you to say yes in, and now it's not good enough for Allison's wedding, you know? Like, this is how I dress for weddings, by the way. But no, I think me and my fiance are ready to get married. I'm very excited to get married, but like, we're not ready for kids yet. Like, I know that. And I say that because like I don't drink, right? So like, when I stop drinking, when you stop drinking, you have to find like a weird hobby to like fill the hole that drinking left, you know? So like, when I stopped drinking, I got really into claw machines. And like, here's the thing, I'm really good at claw machines. Like I don't think I could go pro, but I think I could beat anyone in this room at a claw machine, right? But so what happened was me and my fiance, we went to a matinee showing of a movie, weekend day, so like, the theater's packed, and it's filled with kids, they're running around to the arcade games, and as soon as we got into the theater, I made a beeline to the claw machine, you know? She was like, we don't even have tickets yet. I'm like, I'm sorry, this is what I gotta do, you know? But so I go to the claw machine, and so like, one claw machine is me, and then the claw machine next to me is like a group of 6-year-olds, you know? And so like, I'm cleaning up at this claw machine, right? Like I got like 6 rubber duckies on my arm, and like, the kids next to me, they couldn't pick up a Beanie Baby to save their lives, you know? But so like, I'm doing well, and my fiance, she's frustrated. She doesn't want all these rubber ducks that I've won. So like, and I'll be honest, when I do claw machines, I do it for the love of the game, not the prizes, you know? I don't need the rubber ducks. So she takes the rubber ducks and she starts going around up to little kids going, oh, hey, do you want this? And every single kid she went up to just like froze, like didn't know what to do. And I think it's because the first lesson you teach any child is always, don't talk to strangers, especially not ones offering you free toys. You know? So like, that's why I think we're not ready for children. I think she is ready to kidnap one, though. But no, anyway, I'll tell you guys something exciting happened for me recently. I got invited to an intervention. Yeah, not my own, so we're already ahead there. But no, I was talking to a friend of mine, and he was like, yeah, you know, I've got a friend who's got a drug problem. And I said, oh, that's terrible. And he was like, yeah, we're gonna have an intervention. And I said, yeah, that's probably a good decision. And they said, we don't have enough people coming to the intervention, though. And I was like, how bad could his drug problem really be then, right? You know? But so he was like, do you want to come? You've met him a couple of times. And I was like, oh yeah, sure. But here's the thing. I don't know the guy that well, so like, I'm gonna go to this intervention and I'm just gonna play devil's advocate the whole time. Like, I imagine people are gonna be reading their letters going like, oh, you know, it really makes me very upset when you use hard drugs. And then I'm gonna be sitting in the corner going, you know, I've partied with you. You're not that bad. My friend that invited me here, Sean Barry, he's much worse than you. But no. Let's see. There's a trend going around on social media right now where people are saying, you know, I wish younger me could meet current me, because younger me would think that current me is so hot and cool. And like, I think that's a good trend. I think that that's positive. But like, I know I can't participate in it. Because like, if younger me could meet me now, he would think that I suck. You know? Like if 13-year-old me met 30-year-old me, his first question would be, why aren't you wearing eyeliner? You know? And like, you know, it's one of those things where like, I know that I'm letting younger me down, but like not in like a good way. Cause like, when I was 14 years old, I saw the movie The Basketball Diaries, right? And if you're not familiar with The Basketball Diaries, it's just 2 hours of 90s Leo just strung out on heroin, you know? And like, the message of the movie is, don't do heroin. But when you're 14 and you see 90s Leo strung out, he looks pretty hot. I was like, heroin looks really fucking cool. And so like, you know, I've never done heroin at this, and it's weird that that's letting 14-year-old me down. And I know what you're thinking, like, oh, you just got older, smarter, wiser, you know, that's why you're not doing that. But then like when I was 19, The Wolf of Wall Street came out, and that's just 3 hours of Leonardo DiCaprio strung out on Quaaludes. And my thought was, I should switch my major to finance, you know, then I'll get to do Quaaludes. It turns out, if there's just any movie where Leonardo DiCaprio is strung out on drugs, that's just kind of the life I want to live, right? You know, I'm lucky it's not The Departed, you know. But anyway, let's pivot a little bit. Has anyone in here ever cried at a concert? Yeah. Who'd you cry at?
Jonas Brothers.
Jonas Brothers, that's a good one to cry at. I feel like a lot of people had their first time crying at a concert to the Jonas Brothers, right? Like, you know, the hormone, everything. It's a great time. No, I cry at a lot of concerts, but like, I'm going to a lot of like heavy metal and punk shows. So like, there's mosh pits, there's screaming, there's distorted guitars, and then I'm just like crying. And like, I'm not like away from the mosh pits when I'm crying. I'm in the mosh pits and crying. And like, that's the worst place at a concert to cry at, because like you just look like you got hit too hard, right? Like someone slams into you and then they're just like, oh shit, I'm sorry, man. I guess I'll calm down. All right, another question. Has anyone here ever seen one musical artist in concert like multiple times?
Yeah.
Who have you seen and how many times?
Green Day so many times.
How?
5 or 6.
5 or 6. Can anyone top 5 or 6?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who and how many times?
Oh, I've seen like the Wombats like 7.
7. Okay, cool. Well, so here's the thing. I've seen my favorite band, a band called The Wonder Years, 26 times. You know, like, and like 26 compared to 7, I look like a crazy person. You know, like anytime that like I ask that question, I'm always hoping someone's like, oh yeah, Fish, because the Fish fans are always like, I've seen Fish 125 times. You know, like, I'm just getting started. But like, anyway. Seen The Wonder Years 26 times. I've cried every single time I've seen The Wonder Years. You know, like one time I was coming out of a Wonder Years show and I heard someone over my shoulder go, oh, there's the guy who was crying in the pit. Which is a very humbling experience. But like, I once saw The Wonder Years twice in one day, cried at both of those, but it was also the only time I ever hooked up with someone that I met at a show, right? What had happened was I was 23 years old. They were doing an acoustic show. They were doing a matinee and an evening. Before I went to the acoustic show, I went to go see a dominatrix for the first time, which like doesn't really play into the story, but it happened. So I feel like I need to tell you. So like, I think when most people imagine going to see a dominatrix, they imagine like going to like a dark alley in the middle of the night. She took me, we met at noon in front of a Starbucks, you know, like she didn't take me to some dungeon washed in red light. She took me to her dorm room at Pratt, you know. I had to get checked in with her RA before getting dominated, you know. I was like filling out the sign and she being like, so do you do pegging? No pegging, that's okay, you know? And like, for the record, the reason the dominatrix wouldn't do pegging is because if there's any penetration at all, including a dildo going into me, it counts as prostitution and is illegal. But like, I don't know any undercover cop that's gonna be like, all right, you know, I'm ready, put it in, gotcha! You're under arrest. Let's get these handcuffs off of me and onto you. But so I finished with the dominatrix, and then I went to this concert, and like, while I was there, I met this girl who like, I was 23 at the time, she was 27, which isn't a very big age gap in retrospect. But when you're 23, it feels so much older. So like me and this girl, we were talking, we were flirting, and I remember thinking, you know, before tonight, I've kissed girls. Tonight, I kiss a woman, you know? But so, you know, we were at the show, it was going well, like a band comes out, I start crying, and we still made out, and I was like, oh cool, this is amazing. But then, you know, we took a break, we went to a bar in between the shows, and then we went back to the second show, and band comes out, I start crying again, and then she's like, maybe you don't want to come back to my place with me, you know, like it hurt. It kind of felt like I got my heart stepped on, but like earlier that day I got my balls stepped on, so like it's kind of like a win-lose scenario. But anyway, I am getting older, and I'm trying to be like more understanding of people, more like, you know, making sense of things, like, you know, mostly like my parents, right? Like, you know, I'm realizing like, you know, everything my parents did was trying to do the best for me. But every now and then I realize like my parents definitely messed up on some decisions, right? Like missed some parenting layups, if you will. Like when I played Little League Baseball, I wasn't good at sports, which is why I'm doing this, you know? But like when I played Little League Baseball, I played right field. And like, if you don't know anything about Little League Baseball, like right field is where they put the kids that suck, you know? Like if any of you guys ever have kids that play right field in Little League, pull them out of Little League, you know? Like they really need St. Jude to help them. But like my dad would walk out to the sideline every time I got sent out there, and he would try to like coach me from the sidelines. He would be like, take 3 steps backwards, 2 steps to your right. Like I ended up catching more fly balls with my face than with my glove, you know? Like I think the parenting decision should have been, we're pulling you out of this and putting you into drama club, you know? But like, I think a bigger parenting flub that happened was my first day of swim lessons was scheduled for September 11th, 2001. Yeah, I was in the 2nd grade. I grew up outside the city in Westchester County, so like just an hour outside. So like, but I went to Catholic school. They didn't make an announcement in the middle of the day or anything. Like, I lived in a pre-9/11 America for like 6 hours after 9/11 happened. So what was supposed to happen was my friend's mom was gonna pick me up from school and take me and my friend to swim lessons. I got out of school, I was looking for my friend's mom. I didn't see her, but I saw my dad. So I go up to him and I go, oh, hey, Dad, are you taking me to swim lessons? And he said, no, swim lessons got canceled. And I said, why? And he said, there was an issue with the chemicals in the pool. And I was like, okay, cool, get in the car. And then he's like, did you hear about what happened? You know, we're a nation at war. There was a terrorist attack. And like, just for years, I thought this was a weird coincidence that 9/11 and the chemicals at the Terry Tunnel. I was like, what two tragedies at once. But I think the biggest one was when I was 8 years old, my favorite basketball player was Kobe Bryant, right? And like, this was also the time that Kobe Bryant was on trial for rape, right? And like, I was 8 years old, I didn't know what that meant. So, you know, I went and I asked my dad, I was like, hey, what does that mean? And to this day, I think he explained it in the best way he could have explained it to an 8-year-old, right? He said, that is when someone does something with your body that you don't want them to do with it. Which, like, to this day, best way to explain that to an 8-year-old. But then he took me to get a haircut I didn't want. And I started telling people my barber raped me. Anyway, I'm James Crowley.
For James Crowley! How you guys feeling? Good? Yeah. I'm exhausted. I had to run home for 2 minutes to get the memory card for one of the cameras, and I'm out of shape. This is a tough. I was like, I'm used to. Here's a true statement I'll say, guys. I lost 70 pounds last year. No, and I regained 35. It's like a weird yo-yoing effect. I feel like I'm living the plot of the Nutty Professor. It's like right now I'm Sherman Klump, but like a few months ago I was Buddy Love. That's pretty cool. All right, guys, we've got 2 more acts for you. The energy up from you guys has been amazing so far. It's a really fun time. We're going over South by Southwest. Really figuring out. Keep it going for Nate Meeker.
Going for Sean and James, everybody. A lot of fun. You guys are having fun, right? Some of you guys are not from New York, I'm guessing, right? We've got some transplants here. You guys are gonna love my set. You know what's interesting? I'm not from New York, so I have a hard time impressing people here. That's the problem, right? Because everyone here is like comes from a cool background. This is the melting pot. You know, like one of the first dates I went on when I moved here, this girl was an investment banker from Uzbekistan named Yasmina. How do you guys think that went for Nate? From the culture diverse city of Columbus, Ohio. No, I didn't have a chance, guys. Like, because she said 5 minutes in, she's like drilling me. She's like, I'm from Uzbekistan, I speak 4 languages, I've been in 22 countries. What about you? It's like, I've been to 22 water parks. You drank wine in Rome? I ain't banned from multiple Applebee's. Like, I'm paying for this in Kohl's Cash. I don't know if you know. That's my speed, okay? And I'm kind of an awkward guy. I get in awkward situations a lot. I'm gonna get vulnerable with you guys. I have a recent personal story. I got a UTI not long ago. So, yeah. No, I didn't even know men could get those. You know? Like, you guys are like, really? Like, I'm like, yeah, I don't know. I'm patient zero, I guess, for the men. And but here's like when you get a UTI, when you get a UTI, like some people cheer when I tell them. They're like, "Oh, nice, dude," because it's assumed. Like I always thought you got it after having a lot of sex. Not always the case. They can just appear out of nowhere. Like, do you understand how embarrassing it is to get a UTI without an explanation or anything? Like, I had to lie to the doctor. I had to play it cool in front of the doctor. Because the doctor, he had a smirk on his face. He's like, yeah, buddy, you got a UTI. Do me a favor, just lay off the sex for a little while. I was like, yeah, I could try. It's like my fourth one this year. I don't know. It's like, I don't know. The problem is I'm too nice to girls. You know, I'm too nice to girls. Girls don't like that. Girls want the guy. They don't want the guy who's gonna take them on a date. They want the guy who would rather watch her drown. Like that's what girls want. They don't like nice. It's true. They don't. The more you care about them, the less they care about you. You know, guys, we're the opposite. It does not take much for me to get involved. One compliment, and I'm in. That's all it is. I'll go out to girls like, I like your shoes. I'm like, thanks. Did you want a summer or fall wedding? Like, and it's a different change of pace, right? Because like I'm from the Midwest, we're very nice people. It could walk all over me, talk me doing anything. Like this other girl I was going out with, because there's so many of them. She was a native New Yorker, right? Born and raised in Manhattan. After the date, we got in a yellow cab, and I put my seatbelt on. I swear, she looks at me and she goes, "Are you a pussy?" I just like agreed with her. I like took it off. I was like, yeah, I don't know what came over. Let's die. We should die tonight. Let's die. Crazy, dude. It's different. I don't know. I come from a sports background. You get sports fans in here. 2.5 people. It's great. Surveys are going really well tonight for me. I come from a sports family. I still play a lot of competitive basketball, and I know what you're thinking. I don't look like a basketball player. I get it, which means I get trash talked a lot. You know. But it's kind of fun for me. Like, I understand it. You know, it's fun for me. But the worst trash talk I've ever gotten was one day I went to go play on the Blacktops up in Harlem. So I wanted to ruin my afternoon. I'm not even on the court yet. And one of the guys, it's the worst thing anyone's ever said to me, like, I think in my life. Not even on the court yet. He looks me up and down and goes, "Hey, bro, it's all good. Whole Foods is just a block away." I was devastated. Like, I'm a rewards member there, so no. Dude, here's the thing, when you play basketball, they give you cool nicknames, right? Like, if you're good, you get a cool nickname, right? The King, Mamba, Truth. It's a nickname sport. They called me Almond Milk for 3 hours. I was like, no, go back to bitch-ass white boy. That's hurtful, I promise. Traumatizing. I don't know. I did play a sport for a year in college. Can anyone guess what it was?
Frisbee.
No.
Lacrosse.
Golf. Someone got it. Golf. Thank you. Right. I'm surprised. Yeah. Wow. I'm surprised you said lacrosse. Someone said frisbee. Time out. That's what call me almond milk before that. That's the worst thing. That's more insulting. Did your college team have an ultimate frisbee team or college? Really? Colorado? Oh, that's okay.
Yeah.
It's right. Was anyone cool on it though?
I don't think so.
Right. Cool. That's why you guess that's what I play. This is getting so much better. This is the worst sport I can think of. That's what. Because golf's so much better. I'm like, I play golf. You're like, oh, yeah, we know. You know why I like golf though? Here's why I like golf. It's the only sport where you can look like me and intimidate people. This is scary at country clubs, guys. All right? I walk up and be like, hey, we don't want any trouble. Like that's doesn't work in other sports. Okay? I tried to do that. I tried to play football in high school for like a few years. Did not work. Okay, I'm not scaring anyone on the football. I'm not lining up. When I line up a receiver, everyone just they're like, oh, so we'll do one of those Make-A-Wish things. That's what they're like, you know. Like I just came over from the hospital, right? They're gonna like escort me to the end zone. Like it's no. You gotta know where you intimidate people, guys. You gotta know where you belong. I know where I don't belong. It's Home Depot. You watch your fucking back when I walk into Banana Republic. That's my turf. Yeah, that's right. Where do you think I got this? Like that's. No, it's. I like to keep up with the news a lot, current events guy. I don't know if you guys saw this. Did you guys see that Chipotle is raising prices again? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Last month, the CEO of Chipotle came out and he said they're raising prices again. So the United Healthcare situation didn't scare him at all. Actually, he doubled down on it. He was like, "You guys can't afford healthcare? Well, you can't afford Chipotle either." So I'm like, and Chipotle. By the way, I mean that place. I mean, how far downhill have we come? All right, like I miss 2013 Chipotle more than like most of my relatives who passed away. Like, remember when that place was good? Like it was good. I mean, we'd pack that place in, right? There were like multiple like E. coli outbreaks. We were out the door still every day. Like, and there was a warning on the glass, like as you're ordering, it's like our food might kill you. We're like, I know, brown rice. Like, like we didn't care. Crazy, dude. Now you walk in, the employees want to murder you. Like they're out of every ingredient. Like it's, you know, it's bad. Chips, you know, burrito, chips, and guac, $98. It's not. Like, yeah, you better believe I'm filling up my water cup with lemonade. Like, that's what I'm doing. At this point, the CEO can't even be shocked when he gets caught from behind. Like, you know, like, even the family will be like, we tried to, we barbacoa, too much, $15 too much. We tried to I'll be there tomorrow. I know, I'll be there tomorrow. But I used to work in corporate America too. I was actually a business major in college. Now I'm a comedian, so that's a quick way to burn 120K, guys. I'll be straightforward. I didn't pay for college. My parents did. I mean, you knew that. Look at me. I look like someone who owes money. Like I look like I want to mansplain how money works. Like that's like. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's like, my name's Nate, but I look more like a Spencer Combat or something. Or like, all three Spider-Men had a child. Friendly neighborhood Winston. That's what I did the whole thing, dude. I was a consultant at a school, you know. If anyone knows what consultants do, tell me, all right? I did that job for a year and a half, not a clue what was going on. People are like, what do you do as a consultant? Like, what's your day-to-day like? I think I'm under money. Like, I know what I don't do, it's generate revenue. I don't do that. I don't know. I mean, corporate America too. By the way, I mean, how soft has corporate America gotten? Right? It's soft. The culture is soft. People like to make fun of today's athletes, right? They're like, today's athletes are so soft. LeBron's so soft, he could never play with Michael Jordan. I think you could say the same thing about today's corporate workforce, you know? I mean, seriously, you think Trevor, the project coordinator, would last a second working for John D. Rockefeller? No, you think Andrew Carnegie's giving him his wellness day? Here's your PTO. No, you don't. You took a hot girl walk after a 16-hour shift on the spinning jenny? Hell no. All right? Can't do that. You can take naps at work now. Did you know that? You can take naps at work. My old company, we had a whole floor dedicated. You could go take a nap if you wanted to. You could go to sleep at work. If you fell asleep in one of Henry Ford's factories, you became part of the car. This is insane what we're doing. And I was on LinkedIn. You guys on LinkedIn? Yeah. Here's my next rant. LinkedIn. The most toxic social media website out there. If you want to hate, it's so pretentious. Some of you guys are guilty about what I'm going to say. I'm nervous. You know what I'm getting at though, right? If you want to hate someone new, scroll on LinkedIn for like 20 seconds. Yeah, you'll see them. We got these projects. We got all these people announcing like they've accepted like these bullshit jobs. Like they're like declaring for the NFL draft. Like, I'm blessed and humbled to announce I accepted a role to be a business development marketing research analyst assistant at the JP Morgan Chase. You're making PowerPoint. It's not open field tackles. All right, relax. Don't thank your dad's buddy who got you the job in the first place. Not the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Okay? And the comments on these are always worst. I mean, have you seen the comments? Why do we encourage this behavior? You see, post these ridiculous things. Everyone's like, "You're gonna do great things, Nolan. You're gonna change the world. You got this." Nolan's got a coke problem. Okay, that's all Nolan is. This is bad. It's not. All right. Moving on. That was for me. I just said that for me. That was for me. I grew up religious in Ohio. Anybody here still go to church? Yeah? No, that's good. That's not good. I don't know. I divided the room is what I just did right there. Here's the thing. Now, I went to church. I grew up very Catholic. I had a lot of Catholic and Christian friends growing up. Anybody else grow up Catholic or anything? Yeah, I grew around. Yeah, exactly. Here, and here's the thing. I just want to know what happened to church. What have we done with church? Because when I was growing up, church was a nice thing. It was a peaceful ceremony. It was pleasant to go to. Have you seen church now? Church is Coachella, is what I'm trying to say. We've changed church. There's strobe lights and acrobats at church. I don't know if you guys have been. All the guys at church now have snapbacks and they're Jordans on. The pastor has earrings and a chain now. The Psalms are Lil Wayne songs. That's what it is. That's what they. My sister took us to this new church a few weeks ago, back for Christmas. I was home. She took us to this new church, right? I walk in, the pastor, he's got earrings and chain. He's like, "Make some fucking noise if Jesus dope as shit." I was like, "What happened?" What have we done with Amazing Grace? The holy water now is a mango White Claw. Don't even say peace be with you. They dap you up now. They're like, "Bless up, fam." It's not okay. It's not alright. Okay. I need to pivot from that. Let's see. You do notice different things when you move from different parts of the country, though. I'll ask you. I know a lot of you guys are native New Yorkers. It's different for me. You notice little things, right? I didn't know when I moved from the Midwest. I didn't know you had to bring your own bags to the grocery store here. Because I didn't know that. That was news to me. I walk in the first day, the cashier looks at me like I just flicked a cigarette and lit the Amazon. He's like, "You're gonna use a bag? That's destroying our planet." I don't know any better. Back home, they're double bagging Orbit gum. Okay. I was back home a few weeks ago. The guy was like, "How many bags do you want?" I was holding a Cliff Bar. If you do that back home, they go. If you bring your own bags, they're just like, "Oh, look at this pussy." That's what it is. It's not okay. You notice different things. I don't know. But I'll end on this. I did the whole thing. I did internships in college. I did corporate America. Now, this one internship I had, you had to go around the room and share a fun fact. You guys shared a fun fact. I can see the PTSD in your eyes. So I swear to God, the kid who gets up before me, his fun fact was that he had survived a mass shooting. How do I top that? God, I'm not kidding. I had the same reaction as you, right? Dead silence. It's guy, that's how it went. He goes, "My name's Jacob Sanders. I'm from Cleveland. A couple years ago, I survived a mass shooting." I'm Nate. I've never had a cavity. This is fun, guys. Fun. Now I'm sizing this guy up, okay? I'm suspicious. I've never been in a mass shooting, but that can only be fun for one person. Hey, all right, hey. It was dark. I know. That's my time, though. Sorry.
Hello, everybody. My name is Sir Gregolis. I am a rapper, a songwriter. I am here at your service for your entertainment. So, we're going to be doing some songs. Won't take too long. Let's do a little warm-up. This first one's called Freelance and Mont Rosé. You can hit it. It's the class clown, hardly ever on the straight and narrow. Rip bong, sip a little shroom tea, then I pass out. Struggle to follow time's arrow. Black Jack Sparrow, always travel in the high seas, committing lyrical homicide, weird flex but okay personified, talented black, hilarious and traumatized, spit real shit, never dramatized. Got gummy bops, all of them shits is monetized. Time is money, best believe I'm always occupied. Fuck your 9 to 5, a mindless grind. Cash a check in a ski mask. Hit the stage, do a swan dive. Hit the dab, then I freelance. Thank you. Alright. Wait, not yet, not yet. What are you doing in there? Thanks. I'm from Queens, born and raised. New York natives. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. So before I do this next song, you want to do like a quick year together? I like doing it. So, okay, on 3, okay? 1, 2, 3. All right, cool. This next one's called Chopped Cheese. Yeah, I'm a fucking rapper. I'm grabbing my dick. I'm fucking gangster as fuck. I'm like, fuck your bitch. I won't do that. I have a girlfriend. Shit go dummy. Back on my sus shit, spit so bummy. Rap game night and the princess love me cause I'm introspective. I'm woken, I'm funny, so sick, I'm coughing and my nose is running. Need vitamin C, ginger, clove, and honey. Do this shit for my health, sometimes for the money. Need compensation or I'll go hungry. Hard like R at the end, the nigga. Said your music slaps, but I beg to differ. Found your tracks inside a box of kitty litter. I'm the allied forces and these niggas Hitler. Niggas dirt and I'm a fucking swiffer. I'm projecting outward, y'all reflecting inward. My ambition bigger than that nigga Clifford. Shit go stupid like I'm a wicked sinner waiting at the gates of hell for you to enter. You revolve around me, I'm the fucking center. People say that you're trash and they know that I'm better. Grinding for days just to buy me a sweater. No faith in these bitches, they switch like the weather. No faith in these niggas, they crack under pressure. Raising the bar and these laggies will fester. Niggas wax simply put I am better. I'm living like AJ, you more of a Chester. Bitch, I'm a knife, but I'm also a jester. They fuck with your boy more than child molesters. Niggas mad, bitches grab my dick. They ain't never met a nigga that can rap like this. G to the game, nigga, pass that pick. Let it doink, cause my birth is right now. God, fuck. Macho pricks, way too cocky. Always talk about the same shit with the same flows over stock beats. Jedi in the Clone Wars amongst the carbon copies. Fuck violence, let's squash beef. Get bread and let us make a chopped cheese. Call niggas joke cause they sloppy. For the first bar you lost me. Wanna keep it clean like Oxy, but it's on and popping like hot grease. Break naysayers like Pocky. Don't try to tell me that this isn't it. You are most certainly not cheap. There's one solution, it's not peace. Everybody going kamikaze when the situation gets sloppy. Drop bombs on Nagasaki. There's nothing you can do to stop me from outspinning niggas on your top 3. Don't believe me, then just watch me. Leave you in the dust at my top speed. Do I look like the fucking number 5? You'll regret the days that you mocked me. You'll label me and then box me. Folding like origami. You'll end up deader than zombies. I'm counting up these dead bodies. Straight chilling, sipping my coffee with some peanut butter and toffee. There's no need for an autopsy. Serve Regulus, everybody. That one always takes a lot out of me. So this next one, you guys like chopped cheeses, right? You're from here.
Yeah.
What do you guys get with your chopped cheese, like, on the side? Like, do you just get the chopped cheese, like, and dolo that shit? That's not the right way to do it. You gotta get a side. Like, you guys don't get bevs? What the fuck? Alright, this next song is about my 2 favorite things that I like to get with my chopped cheese. You can hit it. I might ask you to sing this one with me at some point. Oh god. What's your favorite snack, cunt? Doritos! Sprite! Doritos! Sprite! Doritos! Sprite! Got my favorite snacks and I'm finna take flight! Doritos! Sprite! Doritos! Sprite! Doritos! Sprite! Got my favorite snacks and I'm feeling alright. I got Tostitos, Fritos, Cheetos. But I need me some Doritos! Swimming in a pool full of Sprite in a Speedo. Cool ranch crown on my throne, feeling regal. Flexing on these niggas, I'm the Black Max Keeble. Spicing up and all these flavors look looking feeble. Niggas like to pop Zans and put heroin in needles. Well, fuck that whack shit. I got some Sprite and some Doritos, nigga. Doritos. Sprite. Doritos. Sprite. Doritos. Sprite. Got my favorite snacks and I'm gonna take flight. Oh god. Doritos. Sprite. Doritos. Sprite. Doritos. Sprite. Got my favorite snacks and I'm feeling alright. Okay, damn, I'm hungry. Got the munchies. There's an earthquake inside of my tummy. Only got a couple dollars on my bum seat. In the mood for something crunchy and something bubbly. Nacho cheese though, yeah, I like that. Sprite and Doritos, that's my favorite light snack. Feeling nourished now. Where the site's at. If anyone has weed, please let me up after this, please. Sprite is perfect, it don't need no codeine. On top of the junk food pyramid. If you drink Sierra Mist, you ain't my propane. Basic gas plays, here's the limited. And I know it's not the best source of protein. I'm a broke boy, options are limited. I'm just trying to fucking pool and keep it low key. Got Doritos and some Sprite, I'm uninhibited. Doritos! Sprite! Doritos! Sprite! Doritos! Sprite! Got my favorite snacks and I'm finna take flight! Okay, Doritos! Sprite! Doritos! Sprite! Doritos! Sprite! Got my favorite snacks and I'm feeling just dandy, my nigga. Just dandy. You know what it is, guys. It's Sir Gregulus in the motherfucking building. I'm really a rapper. I'm really a human. I'm really in this bitch right now. You know, it is what it is, and we're on to another song because you guys have places to be, and you can't spend your whole night looking at me. All right, so, no. What are you doing? I was gonna keep talking. James. We just did that song. Okay. Thank you. I recently started seeing a psychiatrist, and I found out that all this time I've had ADHD. And I felt so like seen because when they were giving me the test, one of the questions was, do you frequently like forget your cell phone or your keys? This song is about that. You can go ahead. All I can do now is stand here and pout. I'm locked out the house. I need assistance, but my room is inside. Can you start it over? I'm sorry. I love this technology. Alright. All I can do now is stand here and pout. I'm locked out the house. I need assistance, but my phone is inside and my roommate is out. But you know I got shit to do. Plan for this day and I can't stall it. But I can't even go nowhere because I just realized I forgot my wallet. Where my keys at? Where my keys at? Where my keys at? Where the fuck are my keys at? Phone, wallet, keys. Phone, wallet, keys. Dumbass nigga just left the crib without anything that they need. Don't try to tell me I'm disorganized. No need to point out the obvious. A nigga doesn't need to be analyzed. I'm just spitting these rhymes for an audience. My hippocampus has probably been compromised by smoking blunts longer than a damn accordion. I forget a lot of things and I'm not surprised, but I could care less. I am no historian. Blood smoking valedictorian. I might even be more woke than Morpheus, even though I know that's really not the point of this. Should I try to pick the lock with a pointed tip? If the neighbors see me, then they'll fucking flip. Cops will come arrest me and I'll take a trip. Could've sworn I had this shit before I did. It was in my mind, but then it probably slipped. I forget a lot of things that I shouldn't forget because my brain is useless. Can't get back inside the fucking crib and I feel so stupid. Need to start making a checklist of all of the shit that I need. This ain't the first time that I've forgotten my phone wallet keys. Do I have them on me? I do have this nifty little phone case though. It has the wallet on the back. So like when I got the phone, I got the wallet. I hate being neurodivergent. Yo, where my keys at? Where my keys at? Where my keys at? Where the fuck are my keys at? Phone, wallet, keys. Phone, wallet, keys. Dumbass seriously though, oh my god, where are my keys at? Where are my keys at? Where the fuck are my keys at? Phone, wallet, keys. Phone, wallet, keys. Dumbass nigga just left the crib without anything that he needs. Thank you. Alright, this next one, you're probably not gonna understand, but this one's about a Russian caracal named Greg. Caracal is a cat. They live in the African savannah, but Russian people own them as pets for some reason. Anyway, I like this cat. I wrote a song about it. You can play it. Gosha in Russian is Greg. Did you guys know that? I'm cultured as fuck, nigga. Oh my god. Bitch, I'm a flopper, not really much of a talker. Haters be salty like ocean water, starting problems, instigating like they saga. Fan of biggest, we could get it poppin', wildcat and then... Oh god. I got chicken, best believe I'ma eat it. Don't you dare interrupt me while I'm feasting. Africa, Asia, my homies be beasting. Gregory, Pumbaa, Kimbo, and Gia. Living reminder that life has no meaning. Quiet and meek, but my hiss is the meanest. My name is Big Flop, but don't make me repeat it. Flop to the left, flop to the right. Guard my watermelons all through the night. Walk in the booth and I flop on the site. And I eat some cement and I flop on your wife. Flop, swag, flop, swag, flop. Swag! Fuck! Swag! Big fan of Caracal cats! Big Papa was a jam, but now they stand Big Flopper. I'm the man! Yeah, I'm a flopper, swag on the tip of my ears. Junkies chatting, the envy appears. Sigma swagger got the ladies in tears. All the beta males quiver in fear. All the alpha males look at me weird. The children, they love me, they see, they cheer. Beautiful beast, all the bells are attracted. I change the channel if you bring in the static. Flopper, the deadliest force on the planet. My power unleashes like splitting an atom. Celebrity status, chilling a palace. Not a pacifist, I'm charmingly savage. Taking naps on the finest of fabrics. Your boy's an anomaly, never been average. Book a bandwagon, I'm riding the dragon and swagging. Whole unit, always booling. Fuck humans, I rule the universe. I'm so cool, the movement is booming. Church of the flop, come through to communion. Flop is so grateful, flop is so zooted. Flop is so playful, flop is still Susan. Don't really matter what flop would do. If flop would do something, watch that nigga do it. Flop, swag, flop, swag, flop, swag, flop. You're leaving me hanging. Big fan of Caracal cats. Big Papa was a jam, but now they stand Big Flopper. I'm the man. Thank you. Oh. In the last 2 years, I did a lot of traveling, performing. I got to see a lot of places. Anyone here like from Israel? Anyone here like overly enthusiastic about Israel? Alright, good. So the next song I had a lyric, it was try some beer in Prague, hit up Israel for latkes. I don't want to fucking go to Israel. So I'm just gonna change that lyric. You'll know when that is. Okay. This one's called Globetrot. Oh, I'm gonna be so tired after this one. Okay. Got about my bubble, had to go abroad and reset. Watch seatbelt buckled on the jet, then I take off. I was on the hustle, was trying to get some weight off. Had to work my muscles. Oh god. Out in India, learning about my roots. Surfing out in San Juan, trying something new. Chilling in Tulum, drinking booze with the crew. Now I'm out in San Francisco, consuming hella shrooms. Girls at Mardi Gras showing me their boob. San Jose, all the women there were nude. Hiked through the trees in Belize, I was manic. Then I fell asleep, I was geeked off the cabbage. So much culture shock, maybe I should go home today. Fuck that, I'ma see a place where nobody even knows my name. Really wanna see Notre Dame, really wanna go to the pyramids. Don't know where I should go today, cause there's so much to experience. Only I could fuck around and go sell out to Mykonos. A lot of cool shit in Greece, you know. Climb up Mount Olympus, eat Tiki, then go see some dogs. Then I'll go to Italy to see the Colosseum. Maybe eat pizza on a beach in Rome. Tour a mausoleum, sample cheese and drink some vino. I'll say fucking go to Vegas and go hit up a casino. See the canyons cause they're grand, but I ain't fucking around with Reno. Then I'll come up like the France just to try a cappuccino. Cop some grams in Amsterdam and cheap like a Rasta. Hit up Machu Picchu in Peru on ayahuasca. Try some beer in Prague. Fuck Israel, sail the Red Sea. on the coral reef, microdose some LSD on a motherfucking yacht. Go to China for some walk, hit the Great Wall up for a walk. Wanna travel around the clock, I ain't capping, bitch, I mean it. How the fuck can you say that you're over the earth if you haven't even got up out your bubble? Had to go abroad and reset, watch seatbelt buckled on the jet, then I take off. I was on the hustle, was trying to make some weight, had to fuck myself in the ass. Shit, man. Rappy, I'm fast rapping, I'm good. Only white people do it, but yeah, fast rapping. Alright, y'all. I got one more song for you guys. And then we become creatures of the night. I got a big weed vape hit waiting for me at home. This next one's called Pillow. You'll get the message. Just play it. Y'all better fucking follow me on Instagram after this. I'll fucking find the guest list and make sure, like, yo, you didn't fucking follow me, I'm gonna follow you home. Don't sleep on me. I am not a pillow, don't sleep on me. The biggest mistake you'll ever make in your fucking life, don't sleep on me. Or else. I am not a pillow, don't sleep on me. I'm not part of your bed set or whatever, okay. First line, gifted with alert eyes, always did my own thing, did things in my own time. Shy guy in high school, just trying to chase his first high. Boxed in at first sight by fuckboys and stern whites. Privileged on your perched height, still saw the look in your eyes. Speechless, so surprised when I hit the stage with the burst light. Gained validation when I learned lines. Self-doubt was internalized. Went through so much bullshit, knew one day I'd be fertilized. Don't sleep on me. What? Where are you guys? I am not a pillow. Don't sleep on me. Wake the fuck up. The biggest mistake you'll ever make in your fucking life. Don't sleep on me, bitches. I am not a pillow. Don't sleep on me. Shit. I'm not that comfortable. Trying to reverse debt now that I found my true calling. Trying to find my smurfette, but bitches always blue balling. People treat you like shit, they look down from a higher view. You get a couple views, some awards, now they admire you. Before they didn't vibe with you, but now they wanna ride with you. That's why you shouldn't underestimate the things that I can do, cause karma's been a bitch, and success is still the best revenge, and underdogs improve. I'm the fucking living proof, cause my will is unshakable, foundation unbreakable, so artistically capable, my voice is unmistakable, and each release is fantastic. See videos of your man swagging and they hear the heat that your man's back, and now they're hopping on the fucking bandwagon when they slept on me. I am not a pillow, don't sleep on me. Where the fuck are you guys? The biggest mistake you'll ever make in your fucking life, don't sleep on me. I'll find you in your dreams. I am not a pillow, don't sleep on me. Go to IKEA for some new fucking sleepwear, bitch. I am not a pillow, yeah. I am not a pillow, yeah. Well, my girlfriend says that I'm really comfortable to sleep on. That's it for me, guys. My name is Phil Douglas. You can call me on Instagram. That's like Sir Legless, except I'm Greg. I'm not gonna spell it. Peace, y'all.
Guys, one more time for Sir Gregory! And one more time for every performer you saw tonight. Guys, that was our show! We are Ugly Flamingos! Give it up for QED real quick! Give it up for yourself! Give it up for the best inside of Pete Alonso! But seriously though, thank you guys so much. Please, if you can, just follow us on social media, and you like the show, tell people about it, because that's how we can keep doing things, you know? You guys can come back every month, but it'd be cool if even more people came, right? That'd be sick. That's our time, guys. Go home.